Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. And it's coming right up. You're going to hear a roar of the crowd, and believe me, you will never, ever forget it. Are you ready? Count it down. Ready? Okay, here we go now. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
All right, everybody, let's get on it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There is breaking news. Breaking news. I mean, this was so breaking. Usually you guys come to me with breaking news, but I just happened to check the local papers both around 3:45, and there it was. Michigan State University has begun the process to fire Mel Tucker as head football coach. Alan Haller, the school's athletic director, sent a letter dated Monday that informed the 51-year-old Tucker that MSU plans to terminate his contract for cause.
I got to say, this is quite the multi-step process to blow somebody out. What happened to the good old days where come to my office?
Yeah,
You're fired.
Clean out your desk.
I don't understand what's begun the
nice
process.
Letter.
Is that because it's for cause?
Probably because they owe him $72 million.
Oh, yeah.
Clean out your desk, you're gone.
There you go. The good old days. But yeah, firing for cause means they don't have to pay him.
The university has become aware of various facts that have led to the unfortunate decision to terminate your employment for cause. The letter sent to Tucker reads, at this point, the university has amassed a body of undisputed evidence of misconduct that warrants termination for cause. Haller suspended the fourth-year head coach September 10th after the USA Today story detailed sexual improprieties during an April 2022 phone call. God, that's weird. April 2022. That's a year and a half ago.
Well, as Zach says on the comment section on YouTube, 9 months after they found out, a week after it was made public. That's
How about that?
Pretty wild.
With Brenda Tracy, a prominent national sexual assault victims' rights advocate, Harlan Barnett took over. We know how that's going. I, with the support of the administration and the board, have provided Mel Tucker with written notice of intent to terminate his contract for cause. This notification process is required as part of his existing contract. So this is just playing it by letter, crossing the T's, dotting the I's. The notice provides Tucker with 7 calendar days to respond and present reasons to me and the interim president as to why he should not be terminated for cause. Oh, boy. This action does not conclude the ongoing Office for Civil Rights case. That rigorous process will continue. Oh, what a pile of red tape BS this is.
Fired! You know there's some nerd, right? Some Count David Wimp type with a calculator going, okay, we owe him $72 million. He's probably going to sue us. We're going to have to settle for this amount plus pay lawyers. So, yeah, let's just blow him out now.
Might as well start the process.
Yeah.
Tucker signed a 10-year, $95 billion contract November 24, 2021.
Does Haller have a cold?
Apparently.
What do you in the letter? The letter he wrote has a cold?
While leading MSU, this is just background material. While leading MSU to an 11-2 season and finished top 10 that season, he was hired February 12, 2020, and holds a 20-14 career record with the Spartans. Jennifer Z. Belville, Tucker's attorney, and the university's Office of Institutional Equity's investigation into Tracy's allegations could be reached for comment immediately. I think they mean could not be reached for comment immediately. Yeah. MSU in the letter cited Tucker's admitted actions of masturbating on a phone call with Tracy as reasons violating the moral turpitude clause in his contract, and he materially breached the agreement for not conducting himself professionally and ethically with integrity and sportsmanship at all times. I guess it would not be good sportsmanship to masturbate to a rape victim.
About to lose your job.
Advocate.
Oh, man.
Tucker brought Tracy in to speak with the team in 2021, named her honorary captain for the signing for the spring April 16, 2022 game. Why would she be the team honorary captain?
So he could call her 4 times that night and suggest sneaking into the back of the hotel.
That was April 16. The phone call requested, according to USA Today, is alleged to have taken place 12 days later, April 28, 2022, the $80 billion loan. That's
you get
billion.
Nothing.
That's
you
billion
lose.
With an M. Billion. Tucker admitted to investigators he masturbated during the call. Tracy said it was without her consent, but Tucker claims it was consensual. It is decidedly unprofessional and unethical to flirt, make sexual comments, and masturbate while on the phone with a university vendor, the letter read. The unprofessional and unethical behavior is...
That's interesting. So they're basically saying, yeah, it does not matter if it was consensual or not.
Is particularly egregious given that the vendor at issue was contacted by the university for the sole purpose of educating student athletes on and preventing instances of inappropriate sexual misconduct.
Stop it!
What sexual what?
Misconduct. That's with an M. It also pointed to, I'm a defendant man with a cold. You're aware of that.
Why do you talk that way?
It also pointed to Tucker's actions having brought public disrespect, contempt, and ridicule upon the university. Since the USA Today story was published, Tracy has accused Michigan State or someone within the university of leaking her name to the media and said she spoke with USA Today separately in order to get her story out.
I'll say it right to the camera, stop it.
Tucker also lied about at least 2 items when he was interviewed regarding it. And I would say the lying is probably, if there was any question whether this was enough to fire him, I would think that the lying would be, when someone is the highest paid person at the university, you cannot lie in a circumstance like that.
Wouldn't you love to know what's going through his mind now?
You lack discipline.
He just blew $80 million is what I think he's got to be thinking.
Do you think he's going to be triggered every time he tries to masturbate? Does it remind him that he lost $72 million? He'll never. Oh, man.
He's got to switch hands.
Can't masturbate.
His penis really screwed him over.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're in charge of us sometimes.
I listened to Jason Whitlock's podcast last night, which was primarily about this topic, and he made a few lengthy points. I would say the overall was he was suggesting that there really isn't anyone who's lily white in this whole thing.
Of course not.
It's just, people buying sexual misconduct insurance by hiring her. She loses her shit when she doesn't have the money coming back to her, when he's ghosting her. He, of course, we know what he did wrong, which is a number of things, but he really was trying to buy insurance, and then he thought she was hot. He obviously starts flirting with her. I think she's flirting back. Mm-hmm. Jason was in great agreement with I think all of us in that there's no way you would not hang up the phone as an expert in that field and someone who is not experiencing, I've heard this described as re-traumatization, which
because
re-traumatization of a violent act like rape, a phone call. It's still a phone call. I didn't buy that, but I still don't think there's any way forward for him. It doesn't matter if she's the worst person in the world, or if she gets caught on tape saying, "Yeah, I agreed that I wanted him to masturbate, but then I got mad because he ghosted me." It wouldn't really matter because he shouldn't be mixed up with her.
He picked definitely the wrong woman.
And then he lied, and he's busted. The lie about the USA Today reporter was horrible too. That was a terrible lie.
ESPN reporter.
Oh yeah, ESPN.
The USA Today guy that broke it, Kenny. I can't think of his last name though. He's going to be on ML's show tomorrow. It'll be interesting.
Oh, really?
Hear the background of it because the university's opened up an investigation to find out who leaked her name.
Kenny Jacoby.
Yeah.
Kenny Jacoby. Thank you, Brandon. Because
Kenny Jacoby.
So. Because she said that's why she went to Kenny Jacoby with all the information because somebody leaked her name.
Come on, Kenny.
I still don't understand why she had in advance gone to USA Today with all her information in case it was leaked. By the way, leaking it.
But I don't know if I believe that either. She said that she gave it to him because she wanted the story out after the hearing. Which
really? Okay.
And then I heard another one, too, that he's the one that kicked the can down the road for the hearing. He did not want the hearing, so he wanted it as late as possible.
I understand that. I think anytime...
He's cashing checks.
Yeah, he's cashing checks, and anytime you can get some victories under your belt before something like that comes along,
sure.
Maybe he was thinking we can get off to a 5-1 start or something, or we can win 9 games somehow this year and make it all a little better.
I don't know if he's too good at reading tea leaves on stuff like that, though.
And not in winning games, because I don't think they're going to win 9 games. Well, maybe he just thought he could motivate his team and put a great performance out on the field, and it would have the effect of the Deshaun Watson effect, where, God, he throws the ball so well. How can we get upset about this?
But I don't think you lie about things if you think you're going to get away with it. So if that, which he did, so you would think, okay, I'm going to get away with this, so let's do it, in July when no one's paying attention to college football whatsoever.
In July.
In July.
Show me someone that does that in July.
And show me how you can say in July, and go down on you.
How is our YouTube populating
Orson
today?
sounds very reluctant about that promise. Let's see. There's all your numbers right there.
Oh, I see.
111 views.
Okay, because we went live our Overreaction Sunday. I like the name, by the way.
Yeah, well,
and
that's the best thing about football.
I think we're going to do that every week after the Lions game. You know, unless it's a really late game or something. And so
I'm not coming in on Thanksgiving.
Maybe we could build something by doing the Sunday Overreaction program. We could build something over the course of the season like the Lions have tried to build something.
The other thing regarding Mel Tucker that's flying under the radar is that prosecutors have charged a man who threatened Mel Tucker over the internet.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Now, why would someone threaten Mel Tucker?
Well, it's not about this. See, that was my first thought was, oh, is he threatening him about, beating off on Zoom? That's why? No, it's after the tunnel fight. The guy terrorized Mel Tucker online over the tunnel fight at Michigan.
Oh, so this is an old threat.
Yeah, but they're just charging him today. It was announced today that they were going to charge him.
By the way, somebody sent me a meme, and it was of the black guy that's always nude with the giant dong.
Oh God, that
shows up everywhere.
So many people put Mel's head on him.
Yeah, he had Mel's head on him, and it was pretty funny because for a second I thought it was Mel.
I keep getting that.
Mel is extremely buff. Because when I was working out at East Lansing, actually Mel came in to work out right after me, and I met him. Very friendly, by the way. Very friendly.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I do have a personal. I guess I could call him a friend. It'd be a real stretch, but I'm just kidding.
Sure you want to?
I was with my friend Kirk Gibson when it happened, actually. But and I haven't talked.
You should recuse yourself from commenting on
this
story.
Yeah, I should. You're right. No, I am definitely biased. No, it's such a mess. They need to get this over with. If you're just joining us on YouTube, Mel Tucker has been fired by Michigan State. They started the process today, which I don't understand why it is such a long process or why they're calling it the process, but it reads, Michigan State has begun the process to fire Mel Tucker as head football coach. They sent a letter dated Monday informing the 51-year-old Tucker Michigan State plans to terminate his contract for cause. Various facts have led to the unfortunate decision to terminate your employment for cause. How embarrassing to have in the letter that he masturbated on the phone. Oh, my God. Does it have to be in the letter? I guess so.
They should put it in there multiple times just to embarrass him.
And, the problem
is that's what they really want to do, too.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they're pissed. He's so stupid. He might be your friend and be very nice to you, but what a dumbass.
Well, the problem with fighting it, too, is that you're fighting your right to masturbate on the phone with a rape advocate who this university was paying. And by the way,
but he said it was consensual.
I think the whole connection with the university is stupid. He was obviously aware that this connection would be made, which is why he lied and said he was at home because he was in Florida on university-related business when he called her and beat off.
Yeah.
So that's why he knew it was a problem. So he tried to say he was at home. They busted him. And then the other lie was related to the reporter from ESPN. But she's not a student. She's not his subordinate. She's a vendor. And to even call her a vendor is a little bit weird because she just gave this speech to the team and got them to sign the consent
form. Paid her
form.
money, though.
Yeah, but
I mean, if she was the in-house DJ, she's still a vendor.
No,
can't be doing that.
I'm not trying to improve his position. I'm just saying she is not a subordinate to him, although he was
He's on a college campus, Drew. There's a lot of young women there.
Yes.
And he chose her. Well, I mean, some people.
Well, she's not.
There's other rumors, too. Let's just say that. But he chose her. It's just dumb.
No, it's a ridiculous choice. It was absolutely destined to be a total failure. Although I do believe there was massive flirtation going on. 13 phone calls over a half an hour in length or 14 phone calls. There's not that much to talk about regarding what she was doing.
Well, how about the masturbation length call, too?
Well, that was
26 or 36?
36 minutes.
Was that all masturbation?
No, it might have been a build-up and a flirtation or what he thought was a flirtation, or maybe it was a real flirtation. Maybe... I don't know.
Someone
going on her. I wish we had a recording of that, except she deleted the phone call, or she didn't record the phone call, and she deleted all her text messages, which is also total bullshit.
I was talking to a buddy about this over the weekend, and they were insistent that they had to have recorded this. She had to have recorded it. I said, but if she recorded it, that would probably help his case.
I would think we'd know that by now. Yeah, it would help his case if she encouraged it at all. The fact that she didn't record it tells me that this was a friendly conversation. If she was that upset, wouldn't she have hit the record button?
Well, I think
anyone can even know that.
Well, no, if it's an extortion, she would have the wherewithal to hit the record button, right?
No, I mean, if he started saying, hey, look, I want to get this thing out and pound off I want you to help me come. Wouldn't she hit the record button if she felt like, I can't believe this is happening, I'm being re-traumatized, re-victimized? Wouldn't she hit the record button as an expert in the field?
I mean, apparently she couldn't hit any button, though.
Well, I don't think I believe that. I mean, I don't know, and I apologize if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's just a mess. It's a complete debacle.
Do you think of another coach?
It's over.
Is there another coach that's been this stupid and blown it this bad?
No, somebody was mentioning Bobby Petrino.
You know
where Louisville?
Yeah, you know where Bobby Petrino is today, right? No, I think he was in Arkansas when it happened, but that was definitely fully consensual when he was nailing the volleyball player.
Yeah, that was a consensual relationship.
And had the best press conference ever when he had the neck brace on.
Well, it wasn't college, but Urban Meyer's fluttering comes to mind.
Can we? Oh,
that's a good point.
Although, wait, he didn't lose money on the fluttering, though, did he?
Well, he got fired pretty quick.
Blown out.
But a lot of that
was
at Jacksonville.
Yeah,
He was at Jacksonville.
That's right. Yeah,
college.
the Jacksonville. Okay,
And
That's
part of the
But
reason
he was gone anyway.
Most likely, and the big issue there was, remember, he told the team, like, I'm flying back separate, don't do anything stupid tonight, don't go party. Here he is.
Yeah, and there he's out
Still
fluttering.
away.
Can we see Bobby Petrino's press conference? I think it'd be enlightening.
Can you find it, Brandon? The other one, too, Rick Pitino. Remember Rick Pitino?
Oh, yeah, oh, boy.
It's such a wild story.
Louisville basketball, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and he's a head coach again. Bobby Petrino, by the way, offensive coordinator at Texas now, so that's going great.
But did Rick Pitino have $80-some million coming? I don't think so.
Well, she tried to get $10 million.
No, I mean,
Yeah, Brandon. She tried to get $10 million out of him.
but I mean, his contract with Louisville, did he lose anywhere near the amount of money that Mel Tucker's losing?
I would be shocked. No, because that was damn near 15 years ago.
Brandon, are you laughing at the neck brace?
Yeah.
You mean that?
I just had the thumbnail of Bobby Petrino.
Bobby Petrino was coaching, he was the head coach, and he was having some sort of relationship with a student, correct? Or a
volleyball
grad
player,
student?
yeah.
Oh, volleyball player. And a consensual sexual relationship. They were off on a motorcycle somewhere, got in an accident, and so is this his explanation about the accident?
I think so.
Do we know?
It's a press conference with that funny thing on his neck. That's all I know.
He also lied big time.
Yeah, he did. He lied. He didn't even say she was on the bike, did he?
No. Mm-mm.
Did he just call 911 and have an ambulance take her away? And then he's like, oh, my God, athletic director, I've been in an accident. It's terrible. My neck hurts. And then shows up with a neck brace.
Here he goes, April 2012.
You can't rag him when he's wearing a neck brace because, oh, my God, his neck's broken.
No, he's a victim, man. A victim of a motorcycle accident.
Look at that neck brace. He's in terrible shape.
I love this idea of before the accident, he's probably like popping wheelies, like, check out this move, like flying in between cars, having a grand old time.
Do you think you really needed a neck brace for this press conference?
No.
I would say he needed this as much as Teddy Kennedy needed his neck brace for the Chappaquiddick press conference. Almost as much.
I forgot too that he hired the volleyball player to be the student athlete development coordinator for the football program.
What the hell is that job?
That's another bullshit job to not pay the players.
Well, let's see the press conference. I'm excited.
Uh-oh.
Is he gonna be okay?
Ready? Yeah, we're ready, my man.
First of all, I'd just like to thank everybody that really has shown their support for me and my family. I really appreciate the doctors and the way they handled it. They were ready to go right when I hit the hospital. We had the surgeon that did surgeon on my neck last spring there.
Surgeon on your neck?
We had a plastic surgeon.
Do we know about the chick yet when he's having his press conference?
I was going to say, do you know the date on this, Brandon? Does it show like when it was?
Maybe if I go.
So that was April when that happened, and then I guess it must have been early April, but April 6th, the police report is going to come out showing that she was also on the motorcycle.
Okay, so this is pre-chick. Before we know about the chick?
I'm guessing it is. But
okay, let's see what a good job he does of lying.
Then when he finds out that the police report's going to come out, he's like, oh, by the way, not only was there this woman with me, I've been nailing her. Because the police report is going to be made public.
You know, it was a situation where I don't remember a lot about exactly what happened.
Great move.
I remember coming around the curve. I was noticing the sun was going to be in my eyes the rest of the way home. And then there got to a point where I was not going to be able to maneuver the turn.
Is there a little extra weight on the cycle, perhaps?
Like 15 seconds where I said, oh, no, here I go. And
here I go again.
Went into the ditch right as I came off the pavement, I remember hitting the brakes and trying to lower the bike down, lay the bike down, and take a little leap.
Thank God it was only you.
I'm a hero.
And I was fortunate when I did get up, was able to get up, get in the street. There was a car waiting there that said, hey, we'll take you to the hospital right now. And they actually brought me to a place where I met Lance King, our state trooper, and then he brought me to the hospital.
Notice me, not we.
Wait, how
Like
does
I
the
said, I'm
state
very
trooper
fortunate
get
to be
involved in
here.
this? Is that a friend
Very
of his, do you
fortunate
suppose?
to
Most
have great
likely.
support from everybody
Think
throughout
you told
the
him about
state.
the chick?
And
She was
very happy
there.
for our football team, how they showed their
So the state
support
trooper's
for me.
holding the secret?
So with that, I'll just open up for questions.
Oh.
Humbled by this experience a little bit and everything that's gone on since then?
Yeah, certainly. You know, I enjoy going out and riding the bike. That's why I was just going out on a Sunday night after dinner, short ride. I had been in that area
By
before,
yourself?
but I normally
After
stopped
dinner?
at Elkins High School and turned around and came back. So I went a little further. But, you know, it's something that
Oh,
really,
I see. Yeah,
you know, puts
take
a
some time
scare
to
in
pick
you.
her up.
I can't say that I'm not going to ride a motorcycle again because I might do that. The ironic thing is we were sitting there in the kitchen, Becky and I had two helmets out, and I said, this one's going to be really heavy and hot, and then this one makes me look like a cone head. I think I'll just go with the hat.
He really thinks he
Obviously,
can talk
bad
his
call.
way out of
Wouldn't
this.
have converted
He
to
sure
third
does.
down.
He's confident.
To the extent of your injuries, do you have broken ribs? Some one report also had you with a cracked vertebrae.
Yeah, I have a C2 vertebrae that
Yeah, right.
some
I don't believe
cracked or
it.
broke, but it's on the outside.
Is somebody going to say, God, you're lucky your wife didn't go with you?
Towards the spine.
There's a
So
big bump
that's
coming
a
up,
really
so
good
something
thing.
happens.
I have 4 broken ribs in my upper chest. It's the
How
ribs
far
that
away
are
is the
up
bump,
high,
Brandon?
Next
And
question.
the rest of it's
Yeah,
just
boy.
kind of beat up a little bit.
Are you wearing a helmet, and what kind of pain are you in now?
No, I was not wearing a helmet. I'm doing fine now. You know,
He just
I was
said,
able
thanks
to get
for
out
listening to the
this
press
morning
conference, you
around,
dolt.
I think 11 o'clock, 11:30.
He just said he
somewhere
looked
in
like a
there.
cone head in one and he looked stupid in the
Doctor
other,
said I could
right?
Watch practice from
Didn't
the
he
press
just say
box
that?
today.
Yeah.
So I'm fortunate I get
Here's
to
the
do that.
bump.
Will you wear a helmet in the future?
I probably will. Yeah. You know.
Coach, how did you end up again from the site? Was anybody with you at the site?
This guy
And how
knows
did you
something.
get from the site of the accident to the
Well,
hospital?
when I came out of a ditch, there was a
Came out of the
a
ditch.
lady there
Oh,
that
what's
had
that?
flagged down a car.
What?
And the guy that was in the passenger seat.
It's like that
said,
toddler
Get in. We'll
in
just take
Atlanta.
you right to the hospital instead of waiting. And so I got in the car, and they headed towards Fayetteville. And in the meantime, my cell phone, I had
Tell
a
us
call
more
from
about this
Lance
lady.
King. So we
So
set
we
up
can
a
thank
place
her?
to meet him, and then he brought me to the hospital. The first call I made was
Why
to
would a
Dr.
volleyball
Arnold.
player nail Bobby Petrino, by the way?
He paid her a lot of money.
Did he?
Yeah.
For what, an apartment or something?
Well, he gave her a new job. He also
that's right.
Gave her 20 grand cash for a
What?
Christmas present.
Holy fuck.
And I looked up, you know, because we're talking about Mel, and Mel losing, what, $72 million. Bobby Petrino's contract was only $3.5 million a year, but that's still a lot. I don't know how many years he had left, but when he got blown out. Yeah.
See where it's going. I just want to hear one more question.
Yeah, let me go where
He is so confident.
I was going to
My
say, he's
God,
kind of
is he confident.
he's kind of a smooth bullshitter.
He is.
Fan support has been really great as far as this goes. Worried about you. That has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I'm excited for the way our fans have shown their support, and that's humbling.
That's gonna
too.
change.
You know, we have great fan support. I'm excited about it.
Is there another bump, Brandon?
I appreciate everything they've done.
Not really.
Mentally, do you feel like yourself?
Yeah, I don't think I have any brain damage, but that's yet to be seen. If I start
Here comes a joke. Here comes a
not running
coach
at all
joke.
in the games or something, then we got a problem.
He
But
thinks he
I feel
has this
great. I
thing
feel real alert.
whipped.
I was able to go through all our grades last night from our previous scrimmage. Paul brought them up to me, and so I
I
was able to
guarantee
go
you, somebody in that crowd, somebody in that group is
Last
thinking,
night,
well, this lady is that just happened to be on the scene there. Kind of interesting.
gonna say my hotel room
I've seen
right at the
some
hospital.
things that looked a little weird. I've heard some rumors.
AV on the chat said as soon as that press conference ended, that caller was like, "Look at me, I'm looking for the trash can."
I was given.
It's a great prop.
It is. Teddy Kennedy for Chappaquiddick for his speech there. He had that sort of that lighter one. It's not as complicated, but it keeps your head really straight.
Yeah, the like
more the pad
cushion one.
Yeah,
that's the one they used on the Brady Bunch when the guy was faking it and they dropped the briefcase and he turned his head.
Can you go to the Chappaquiddick press conference so we can compare neck braces, Brandon?
Fun fact: Bobby Petrino. How long do you think it was till he got hired to not only be a coach but to be a head coach again?
2 years.
About 6 months.
Oh, is it just 6 months?
December 10th of that year.
Wait, no neck brace.
He got hired by Western
Wasn't the
Kentucky.
funeral?
Yeah, he wore one at the funeral. Maybe didn't wear one on the TV appearance.
His neck got worse?
I guess so. Well, maybe he did the TV thing way later because he didn't want to talk about this. This was such a mess. Anyway, wow. If you, again, are just watching live on YouTube, Mel Tucker is out as Michigan State's football coach. They had to get this over with. I mean, this thing, to have this many steps ahead of them, that had to be so daunting, not to mention the football season is rolling on. The worst game. I had no idea if Washington was going to kick their ass like that. I thought they would beat them handily.
Really good anyway, though.
Yeah, but, I mean, they murdered them.
35-0 at halftime, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, State won the second half, though, right? Because it was 41-7.
Oh, yeah, 7-6. Hey, very good.
Things are turning around.
Okay, well, maybe they could build on that, as coaches say.
So so Mel will file a lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
They will end up settling. That includes an NDA, so he can't rip on anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll pay him to shut up. And I don't even know why, because why would he want to keep talking about it? It doesn't benefit him to keep talking about it, does it?
Well, unless he just wants to keep embarrassing the university in one way or another.
I think it embarrasses him more. They could take a really hard stand on this and be like, fuck you. You get nothing. Bye.
Yeah.
Because that's the pile of humiliation heaped on the university is pretty huge. And I think for students and alumni to see that Mel walks away with another $10 million, that's going to be pretty disgusting.
Well, I mean, the best thing to do is to hire a great coach really quick, too.
Yes, definitely.
Get Urban Meyer. He's not doing anything right now.
Well, they're ahead of the curve. I mean, they've got a long time. Usually don't have this long.
Yeah. I don't know. This will be intriguing.
By the way, did you watch Sunday Night Football?
Oh, God, yeah. Uh-huh.
Can you believe that last play of the Patriots game?
The lateral one, yeah.
Did you think he had a first down?
Yeah, well,
I thought he totally had it.
It's one of those things where you wish you could talk to for those that didn't see, they threw a pass on fourth down, and the tight end knew he wasn't going to make it.
Yeah, they had him by the leg, and he's trying to pull his leg out of the tackle, and he's 2 yards short of the first down, so he laterals it back about 5 more yards to a lineman
who just barrels forward along with 3 other linemen and was short of the first down. And I'm just sitting there going, can someone just get word to the official how cool that was and just call it a first down so we can keep this game going?
Hell yeah. No, I was so pissed when they said no first down, and I was surprised that Collingsworth didn't object because the spot where he landed with the ball, it looked like it was a first down.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was not that definitive. That's why I was surprised they flipped. That game also included the coolest blocked field goal I've ever seen in my life.
I have never seen anyone do that. Can we play the video?
We'll get dinged because it's the NFL.
Oh, okay.
Very active on pulling things down. But
basically, the guy on the outside goes way further outside, sprints towards the line, and then towards the kicker right when they snap. So your timing has to be perfect on that. He was there almost early for blocking the kick.
Yeah,
he was going so fast when he went across the line.
I thought it was like some fan running out of the field or something because the way the camera angle was, you didn't see him. You didn't see him until like the very last.
Yeah,
second.
and he just turns and goes towards the kicker. That was weird.
So are we going to see every team start doing this now?
Oh, why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
it was cool. It was great.
It was really a rush. Did you catch the end of the Broncos game?
No, remember I left.
Oh, you were leaving. That's right.
I'm like, oh, this one's over. And then I got home and saw what happened.
Yeah, they had
sucks ass.
They had the ball at midfield with basically time for one play, and Russell Davis just throws it up just as he's about to get blasted. He throws it a mile high.
Wilson.
It lands. Did I say Russell Davis?
Yeah.
Oh, the Michigan running back.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson throws it a mile high. It hits somebody, tips it at the 5-yard line. Somebody else tips it, and a Bronco catches it. Brandon Johnson, I think, caught it in the end zone. So they just got to get the 2-point conversion to tie the game on this miracle Hail Mary, and they blow the 2-point conversion. Actually, I thought the receiver was interfered with.
Everybody thought.
Oh, the Denver Broncos.
And a lot of people were bitching about Hutchinson being held on that last play in the Lions game too. Was that bad? I haven't looked at it.
Could have gone either way.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that. It's one of those things where it's like, you just don't want him to ever call like that. But the pass interference seemed pretty egregious though, because St. Just had his.
Yeah, his arm was around his face, I think. No, it was brutal.
I thought it was but.
And a lot of people were bitching about the officiating in the Lions game, but I think they were just looking to bitch. Was the officiating that bad in the Lions game? I mean, I thought they should have won it on their own, which is exactly what the coach said, which is what I love about him.
Well, they got that favorable grounding call, if you can remember that. The Lions.
Oh, God, yeah, that was ridiculous.
If I would have been a Seahawks fan, I'd have been pissed about that.
Now, on the opening drive, those interference calls. What about the touchdown they called back? The Lions scored anyway. On that block,
offensive pass interference, that was kind of weak.
That was a little bit
pretty
weak.
Yeah.
I can't think of any.
Once again, that's another one
calls,
you don't want them to call that. Yeah.
You know, I thought as I was reading this morning and into the afternoon, I was just checking out an article here, an article there. I think most people felt the same way I did. There was clock recklessness on the part of the Lions, and that they didn't go into the last drive with 1:44 left and 3 timeouts on the 50-yard line. They didn't go into that drive thinking we must score a touchdown.
Yeah, it was very un-Dan Campbell-esque.
Yeah.
But you coined that term the drive before because you thought they were going too slow.
Yeah, I thought that was clock recklessness too, but the term really came into focus during the final drive.
Yeah.
That's when I coined it officially.
Well, remember, I think Eli and you and I were, and even Brandon, we were all like, this guy's not going to make this field goal.
I wasn't so sure he was going to make it either.
In him, no.
I would be more confident that they would score. I just thought they would easily. They scored easily the drive before. They really were moving the ball all day.
I did learn on the way home though, from Pat Caputo to not overreact. He was talking about that.
Oh, it was he instructing the fans not to overreact?
How'd he put it?
He's like, well, people last week were talking about going to the Super Bowl and at least put 4 wins together first. And I'm like, yeah, you should put at least 4 wins together.
4 wins. The Falcons, by the way, beat Green Bay. They're 2-0.
But isn't that the great thing about football in general? Is that there's so few games that everybody can overreact about everything.
True. No, every week is so huge. And are the Falcons? Is that a threat? Is that going to be a close game?
So with the Falcons, it shouldn't be. If they lose that one, then I'd be a little worried.
They're 2-0. They beat Green Bay.
Yeah. Man, I don't think Green Bay's that good, even though they beat the Bears pretty easily. But the Bears suck.
Are terrible.
But just when you think you know something about the NFL, you don't know something.
Well, we have
Cord on the chat said Mel Tucker had reckless use of a. Well, he said clock, but I think he means cock.
I see. Any other good comments in the chat? Let's see. Lions will bounce back this Sunday.
Oh, Seattle with the blue ski masks. That's why it's tough to do something like that, because when you lose, you get it thrown back in your face.
Yeah, people were really angry. Seattle was wearing purplish face masks. They were taunting the Lions fans after the game. I know.
That's fun. Yeah. Isn't that the fun part of
people
sports?
Love getting pissed. The world of trolling is so big right now. People just love getting mad.
2 people I saw on the sideline with blue ski masks were the guys from the Detroiters who don't know us. Yeah. Tim Robinson and Sam. What's Sam's last name? I can't think of Sam's last name right now.
They were wearing masks?
They were on the sideline of the game and they had the blue ski masks.
Oh, man.
Richardson.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, you should forget his name so we can say we don't know them.
I don't know, but we've actually talked to him. Tim, we haven't. So.
I know, and I basically tried to set him up going, surely you know of our show, you grew up here in the 90s and the early 2000s. Sure, of course, I'm just acknowledging what we all know is that you know the show, and it was like a firm, no, I don't know the show.
He's in Julie's yearbook. What? That should count for something, because he went to Clarkston High.
Well, if Julie didn't know you, do you think she would have been familiar with our show?
No, she was familiar with the show.
Oh, before you knew her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mainly because her dad listened.
And those are dudes, though. Those are young guys.
Yeah,
we dominated 18 to 34-year-olds at that time. I think that's really a flawed portion of their life. If they were not aware of the show, it's very flawed on their parts. And I'm amazed they've gotten as far as they have.
Agreed.
What were they listening to?
I don't know. Purton's people.
And they loved Mitch Albom enough to include him in Detroiters and Mort Krim and... no interest whatsoever in us, of course.
Mort I get, but
Detroiters. It was a good show. I like the show. That's the part that makes me maddest.
So bummed it got canceled. But at least Tim has the.
Wait, Detroiters that was canceled? I thought they just moved on.
No.
Winning Time just got canceled too.
Great show.
I know, and I'm disappointed that you guys have not been watching Winning Time. It is so damn good.
Why watch it now? It's been canceled.
Why did it get canceled, I wonder?
Because Eli stopped watching it and talking about it every Sunday?
Because there's no writers.
Oh, is that why?
Oh, I don't know.
No, that's all done. That's done ahead of time, isn't it? It's all done.
Well, I mean, you could renew it and then wait for the strike to be over.
Yeah.
No, but this season was great, and it ended with, spoiler alert, it ended with the Celtics winning the 84 championship in 7 games, which is one of the greatest series.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of a bummer that the series ends with that happening.
That's kind of
right.
And then they added a postscript, so I think they knew they were getting canceled.
The latter seasons would have been the Pistons beating their asses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to remind people our drawing tomorrow is for either assaulting the buffet or going to Ann Arbor for that other wonderful sport. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can be eligible to be part of the drawing to assault the buffet or go see some action. And our YouTube sponsor, Polyview Dental. Awesome to have a dentist on the show now, and they're a great family dentist. If you're looking for family dental help for you and your kids or just you or whatever, Polyview Dental is in Lincoln Park, and they want to remind you the first thing people knows about you is your smile. If you've always wanted a straight, shiny, sparkling smile, then they have an amazing offer for you. The Invisalign Clear Aligner System for only $36.99, discounted from the regular price of $51.50. Plus, they include a free set of retainers and a free whitening just for listeners of the show. And if you want to set up a consultation with Polyview, they have their state-of-the-art iTero digital scanner. You can see what your results will look like. You see yourself with straight teeth, which would be really weird if you've had, imperfect teeth your whole life. That's a real tease. I bet they sell a lot of people.
My teeth were so messed up.
Off that digital scanner. If you want the system or maybe just want a new dentist, Polyview is the place for you. They've treated so many patients that they are a platinum Invisalign provider 3 years running, which means they've had great success with Invisalign straightening people's teeth. And they have more than 600 5-star reviews. Plus, they offer financing with no credit check, so you can get the Invisalign Clear Aligner System, essentially braces for an adult that no one will notice, for $197 a month. By the way, you put it in your mouth. People can't tell you have something that is straightening your teeth. It'll look like your normal smile. You get it realigned, I guess, every 3 months or so. Anyway, you get the Clear Aligner System for only $197 a month. Call Polyview Dental today for set up a free consult at 313-288-2400, 313-288-2400, or go to polyviewdental.com or click the link on our site. And with that, why don't we just say goodbye to our YouTube friends. Bye, you guys. Bye, you guys.